Hi, my name is Money. I am here with Shorty Kall.
What's up?
I will be asking him some questions in an exclusive interview for us today. So, question number one.
Okay.
How do you describe your musical style?
Um, I describe my musical style as being straightforward, motivational, and just living life. Living life like a boss.
Question number two. What is the first album you ever owned, and how did you acquire it?
I owned a lot of first albums, I guess you could say, but I really can't. Well, I think the first thing that I don't know. I can't tell you the first one because it might have been something crazy, but don't quote me. But I know what I could remember is KRS One, MC Breed. I used to love that KRS One song, "Love's Gonna Get You," and that MC Breed, Beastie Boys, Paul Revere. And I think my first album I actually required was a mixtape that I got from the swap meet in Compton, the Compton swap meet.
Who is your superhero alter ego and why?
Well, my real life superhero is my mom's because she was a single woman raising a young man, and just her testimony to not give up on herself as well as me, and install life situations that could actually got me here today, carried me through my whole life. Stuff that she installed in me still replays in my head on a constant basis. So that'll be my realistic, real life superhero. Now, as far as a fictional character superhero, I'm gonna go with Black Panther. Wakanda forever.
Okay, next question. Where do you find your artistic inspiration?
I find my artistic inspiration by just life experiences, traveling, um, things that I done went through, making mistakes, making, good things happen out of it, and just, traveling and listening to people. I think a lot of it comes from listening to people. When you go a lot of different places, you meet a lot of different people, and if you sit back and listen to them, you can always, even if it's a kid, it's going to inspire you in some kind of way if you in tune to the people. I think my true nature of making music comes from people.
Okay. What do you feel is the best song you've released and why?
I have a number of best songs that I feel I released, best songs. But one in particular is the song that we released off the Low Life Project, which was The History in the Making. It's out right now on all platforms. But the song actually featured Lamont Dozier from the Holly Dozier Brothers. He wrote, most people know of him, but a lot of people might not. But he wrote Michael Jackson. He wrote for Michael Jackson the song ABC 123, all those. But that song is titled "Coming Out of the Rain." It was just the vibe and the emotions that was behind it when I first heard the song completely done. It was like, it felt like, almost like a 5 heartbeat moment. You know what I'm saying? We go to the studio. He said, "All right, guys, I did my part. Check the song out." They played the song. I didn't know whether to cry, whether to smile. It was just so much emotions. I I just felt that the world needed to hear it. So that's, I think, one of my favorite songs that I ever released, and probably gonna be my favorite song for a long time.
Okay. Who is your music influence?
I have a lot of musical influences actually. You know, I'm very diverse in music. I like to listen to a lot of music, a lot of oldies as well. One Way, Anita Baker, Rose Royce, Gap Band, and then even my hip hop musical influences. You know, Jay-Z, Snoop, Jeezy, Rick Ross. It's a lot. I have a lot of musical influences. I don't. It's one thing I don't is discriminate when it comes to music. I have a lot of them.
Okay. Name four musicians that you would like to do a collaboration with.
Only four?
Or more.
All right. Well, I would like to do a collaboration with whoever would like to do a collaboration with me. But for my four, I would have to go with Jay-Z for sure. I'd like to do a collab with Jay because he got bars. He got that futuristic bars where it'll take you a while to catch on. Kendrick Lamar, I like Kendrick. Kendrick be slicing at the neck, definitely like him. J. Cole got fire, and the baby, I like the baby. The dude is, I like him a whole lot. He's a good dude.
Nice. What got you into music?
What got me into music? Oh, funny story actually. What got me into music was one day, we go to Magic Mountain, and they had like this little studio set up back in the day. It was me, my two brothers, and my uncle. We all go into the studio. They had a little studio. I think we paid like $10, $15 just to record like a little demo, a little single demo. And it was over we was rapping over an instrumental. It was the instrumental, however do you want it, however do you need it. I can't think of her name right now, but however do you want it. So it was that actual beat. We freestyle. We didn't know what we was doing. It was our first time. We just jumped in there and just started freestyling. And, once the song was done, not even done, it was a rough mix and everything. But once we was finished out the booth, they started playing it over the loudspeaker. It's bumping, and we was drawing crowds. It was like everybody at Magic Mountain was coming there listening and was giving us, props like, yo, is this you guys? Is that you? That's nice. That sound good. And I knew from that point that I'm a rap. I have a talent that was untapped into. So I just figured, that would inspire me to pursue it because I like the response, It's like the response is just, to see somebody appreciate your creativity. That's like an artist, somebody that paint a picture. For a person to purchase it, that make that artist feel good deep inside because he actually presented you with a vision of his own and you accepted and can relate to it. So I think it's the response that you get for your creativity. That's what really made me pursue it.
Okay, next question. We heard you took some recent losses, and two of them were actually your band members.
Yeah. that was my bros. Lost my, one of my boys passed. My boy King Kokolo, rest easy, bros. He passed, and then like 2 years later, my boy Badass, you might know of him. He passed just recently, which was like in November. 11/11 actually, and that still weighs on me because we all started out chasing a dream together, and our goal was, even if we succeed or we don't succeed, we're gonna still always have each other at the end of the day. So if we all broke together, we still successful. If we all rich together, we still successful because we made it through life together. So just to to have those unfortunate, untimely rather, withdrawals from my boys, it was kind of shocking, and also an eye opener to where I have to continue and finish where we left off, because that was all our goals collectively. So for me to just say I'm not going to continue on this marathon is it's kind of, it'll be kind of I know it'd be kind of hurting to my boys. You feel me? Because this was something that we all set out to do. We made it as far, but we didn't go. We made it far, like Bad used to say. We came far, but we still got a long way to go. So that's why I'm back at it too, and I know I have more of a spiritual guidance, backing me on, this pursuit, because I know my boys is, they're watching. But yeah, I lost two good dudes that was in my group, Badass and King Kokolo.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Last question. Why do you have so much money over there?
Well, because they print money every day. So every day it's an opportunity to walk around with new money. And, just because the sun's shining don't mean it won't be a personal rainy day for you. So, and I feel I was born broke, so I'd rather die with money. And shit happens, man. You don't know, you gotta, when you live on a goal like that, you gotta be prepared for pretty much anything. That's how I feel,
Okay.
Ain't shit free in the world. Everything costs. Water costs. If you want cold air in this establishment, you gotta run the AC. That shit costs. So pretty much waking up and walking to your car costs you money. You need shoes, so you gotta have it. You need clothes.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, and that's it for my question.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time too.